horses, 4 horses.
In 1,000 feet, left onto right onto Georgia 6.
They're going to be read on Sean Hannity's radio broadcast.
This file from St. God. Restless. And my friends, a restless heart is an unhappy heart. I'm Carlo Brusso. Ready reason for Catholic Answers. Catholic.com.
This is the home of listener-supported Atlanta Catholic Radio, AM 1150, The Quest, WCFO, East Point, Atlanta.
An ASC certified mechanic.
And to express and to announce the love and the coming and the birth of Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior. And it is in His name we pray, and all God's people said. And this verse of first viewer has meant so much to me this year. I hope that
Straight onto Georgia.
right now is just
Up to I-20
if we
East.
consider the magnificence and
Slight
the
right onto the
message
ramp
of
to
Christmas,
I-20 East.
it is something that transcends us. And I love taking notes today. Consider this. We're going to look at a message.
In a quarter mile,
Simply
merge
this,
onto I-20
born.
East.
Born. That's all the word that we need. Born. And what does it mean for Jesus Christ to have come and to have been born? Who was being born? What was being born? The very necessity and God's promise that one would be born. What does it all mean to us? And so Bible students, Christians, listen up carefully. First, it's important.
In half a mile, keep left to stay on I-20 East.
Hijo, ahora que te graduaste del high school, ¿qué vas a hacer?
Mamá, voy a estudiar en el Interactive College of Technology.
Pero no es muy caro.
Ya pensé en todo eso. En el ICC nos permiten estudiar y nos ofrecen facilidades de pago.
Keep left to stay on I-20 East.
Interactive College of Technology ofrece programas en carreras técnicas y de inglés como segundo idioma. Llama hoy al 678-450-0550.
Continue on.
Ayan, tuloy
In the
na wala
opening
yung signal.
paragraph of that 600th page,
With delays back towards Sugarloaf. With traffic, I'm Morgan McKenna. This report is sponsored by...
the staple that I've been watching as long as I... Paul, the treatments are affordable.
Men, Viagra, Cialis, or Lipitor.
I would be the son of the right hand, son of the side.
In 2 miles, take exit 61A for Maynard Terrace.
4 degrees.
Why does it say it's RCA that he was found in appearance as a man?
Tumawag yung nagtrabaho sa bahay namin. Ginawa namin kailangan. Ulit eh.
I think that the real tragedy of all this. 9149. That's 888-91.
The postseason and then they go win the Super Bowl. To me, that's the only logical scenario.
Unwrap the radio.com app and search Christmas to enjoy all the holiday.
So then when it says, could you pass me the water? I'm thirsty.
61A.
Radio.com, visítenos. Radio.com.
In half a mile, take exit 61A for Maynard Terrace.
Any man leader out there to work their soul these days, it's all what everybody assumed. Not just in the seasons of success, but makes impeachment a
Take
campaign
exit
asset.
61A.
Bill Clinton, ESPN, or whatever network lands it. Let's say if he's making a move
In 1,000
for
feet,
Pocahontas,
turn left onto Maynard Terrace Southeast, signs for Memorial Drive.
making
turn
it
left
known
onto
that
Maynard
last
Terrace
week when he
Southeast,
came out with
signs
his
for
business,
Memorial
everybody
Drive.
knows women are much better leaders than men. There isn't any men leader out there to work their salt these days. It's all what everybody assumed. That you might be paving the way.
In 1,000
for Michelle
feet,
Obama.
turn right onto
Who else
Georgia
is there but
154 East,
Pocahontas?
Memorial
Maybe
Drive
outside Amy
Southeast.
Klobuchar. Long shot, the Russian agent Tulsi Gabbard, but everybody thinks that it's Warren, and now it turns out to be true. Senator Elizabeth Warren spent her campaign railing against the donor class, making it known she doesn't want their help. The hedge funders, the Wall Street guys, the people in
Turn
wine
right onto
caves.
Georgia 154 East,
She has
Memorial
publicly
Drive
backed
Southeast.
millionaires. She's sworn off high-dollar fundraisers. She has refused large checks from Democrat bundlers. Well, not entirely. She's taken them. She's just letting them know that if they
Continue
think
on
that they're
Georgia
gonna buy an
154 East
ambassadorship
for half a
somewhere,
mile.
that it's not going to happen. However, behind the scenes in recent months, Obama has gone to bat for Pocahontas when speaking to donors who are reluctant to support her. Because remember, this all began when she just unleashed on Wall Street, and all these Wall Street guys.
In a quarter
unleashed
mile,
on
turn
her,
left
and
onto
they
Howard Street
immediately
Southeast.
Said, and they wanted no part of her. And I remember my reaction. You guys are a bunch of hypocrites. The Democrat Party is empowered in part because of you Wall Street guys. The idea that Wall Street gazillionaires support Republicans is an age-old myth that hasn't been true in I don't know how long. The modern-day Democrat Party is bankrolled by Wall Street, bankrolled by Hollywood, bankrolled by Silicon Valley.
Turn left onto Howard Street
So when
Southeast.
Pocahontas comes out and says she doesn't want the Wall Street money, Wall Street, oh yeah, well you watch this. So they start making rumblings about maybe supporting Trump or Mayor Pete. So then Mayor Pete becomes a darling of Silicon Valley.
In a quarter mile, turn right onto Hosea L. Williams Drive Northeast.
Now we learn that Obama has secretly been behind the scenes promoting her to the very wealthy donors that she is outstripping. So clearly, Obama is not sucking up to the squad. Obama is not sucking up to Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez or any of the rest of those people. And he's certainly not sucking up to Crazy Bernie. What is this?
Turn right onto
Is this
Hosea
a
L. Williams
quiet
Drive
play
Northeast, then slight
of
left onto
Obama to
Hosea L. Williams Drive
undermine
Southeast.
These wackos.
because that's what he's
Where
doing.
are
But
you
notice that he's
going?
doing it in private. This had to leak
All the
out.
time, turn
Obama
around,
is now
turn around.
not out in public.
Slight left
extolling
onto
the virtues
Hosea
of
L.
Pocahontas.
Williams Drive Southeast, then turn left onto
He's
Kirkwood
doing it
Road
in private.
Northeast.
It's kind of
Turn
like
left
like
onto
a
Kirkwood Road
backroom
Northeast.
Operation Chaos. Kind of like that, like an Operation Chaos in back rooms that Obama is running. To keep
Continue
the
on
crazy
Kirkwood
burning
Road
AOC
Northeast for half a
squad
mile.
From running away with the number 2 position behind Biden.
Look
Now,
like
the
this
reason they're
phone
all focused on you
gives
keep
me a very
people sending emails. You keep saying Biden is the front runner, Rush, but look
Like
at
they're
Mayor
burning
Pete.
around
Why do they
like
focus on
crazy.
Mayor Pete? Because he's leading in Iowa. Is why. See, Iowa, the Hawkeye, they're first. And whoever wins the Hawkeye automatically gets momentum going into New Hampshire. Now, you don't need to win the Hawkeye to win the whole thing, and you can win the whole thing if you don't even show up in the Hawkeye, but there's no denying there's a lot of momentum, and Mayor Pete is vastly far ahead in Iowa, so that's why a lot of people are gunning for him now.
Oh, you have to
So
go
maybe,
through
but now,
here.
does this mean that he's also undermining Biden? Now, that's an unknown answer. Is all of this behind the scenes extolling the virtues of Pocahontas to all these wealthy donors that don't like her? Is that also an effort to undermine Biden? Or is he trying to make Pocahontas the only possible vice presidential choice for Biden because it's assumed that Biden can't possibly end up serving 2 terms? So this would be a way to satisfy the moderates, get Biden in there to nomination, and let him somehow be elected. Pocahontas waiting in the wings of number 2. You get rid of the squad, you get rid of Mayor Pete, and as far as Obama's concerned, you get rid of the radical left. See, you might be asking, well, why would Obama want to get rid of the radical leftists? He really doesn't, but he can't publicly support him. Obama is a radical leftist, but you would have a tough time finding verbal evidence of this. You'd have to look at Obama's actual performance, his policies, the things that he actually did.
In 800
dreamed of
feet,
doing.
turn right
That's
onto
where you
College
find the
Avenue
true
Northeast.
Radical leftist instincts of Obama, but not in his speeches. And not in his public pronouncements.
Hopefully this phone brings
And I
me
think the
to where
reason,
I'm
Obama
supposed
would
to
like
go.
the radical left take over this country.
Turn
as much
right
as
onto
anybody.
College
He knows
Avenue
it is his
Northeast.
majority, and he knows it can't happen with people like Cortez and Rashida Tlaib and Ilhan Omar as the faces of it. And remember, to these people, it's the results that matter. It's not the process that they get off on, although they enjoy the process. But
Look like I'm going
the Democrat
to
In
Party
a quarter mile,
long
continue
time
straight to
hidden
stay
who
on
they
College
really
Avenue
are.
Northeast.
They've hidden behind all kinds of masks and camouflage. It's only recently that they have come out from behind all that stuff. And that happened when Obama was in the White House. They were feeling the glow of confidence. And their world turned upside down when Hillary lost and so forth. So now they're back to trying to make all these things happen behind the scenes. And that's why sabotage Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and the rest of them, because that's not the way
Continue
to
straight
achieve
to
their
stay on
goals.
College Avenue
Having
Northeast.
people like that be the face of it and admitting what their objectives are. I mean, that's don't care what you think. We have not gotten to the point in the country yet
Continue
where
on College
radical
Avenue
left
Northeast for 2 miles.
proudly shouted, proudly expressed radical left policies are going to win the majority of voters. We're not there yet. Obama knows this. That's why Cortez and the rest of them have to be moved out of the way. Here's Nathan, Lynchburg, Virginia. Great to have you, sir. Glad you waited.
Hey, Rush, listening to you every day as I can.
Thank you, sir.
159 WLNI, and they just celebrated the 25th anniversary, and we're all big supporters of you down here in Lynchburg, Virginia.
Thank you, sir, very much.
We want to wish you a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Let me get to the point. I think Mitch McConnell and Trump would be making a big mistake not to prolong this Senate hearing. I think they should prolong it till
Almost
August.
there.
And I think they should uncover and use the system like the Democrats did to bring out all the truth and the lies and put forth all the witnesses and demand that they speak, demand that they tell what they know. They can plead the fifth, that's their right. But besides that, if the Republicans don't take advantage of what the Democrats did with impeachment, I think they're making a humongous mistake.
Well, I understand you're like a lot of people, and you want payback. You want these people to be exposed so that everybody can know incontrovertibly what they've done. That's what the Durham Barr investigation reveal. A protracted Senate trial is going to devolve into a circus. And it's going to end up being, nobody's going to have any control over it. And that's the last thing anybody should want. You don't go into something like that without any control over it. When you clearly have, when you're Mitch McConnell, you're the Republicans, you run the Senate. The Constitution's very clear on the Senate trial. To turn this over to the Democrats and their demands, that's the only way it'd be prolonged, is that the Democrats get to start calling witnesses that they didn't call in the House. It would never end. You couldn't dictate an end to it like, say, in August or any of that. I think the instincts to get this done as quickly as possible probably still make the most sense. I understand you think a Senate trial could be used to expose all of the things they've done in the Trump-Russia meddling hoax and all that, but that's not the forum for it. And there's nobody in the Democrat side to put on trial.
Stop
Only
lights,
Trump has been
red
impeached.
lights.
He would be the only one on trial in there.
I love the stretch.
And with so much partisanship in there, that the longer it goes and the bigger circus it becomes, the more chaotic it looks, the more sensible it might look to some people to just end it by convicting the guy. Just, okay, let's be done with this.
Look like this is not enough since.
I understand, as I say, the desire for some vengeance on this, but I just don't think the Senate trial is the place for it. I appreciate the call. I've got to take a quick time out. We'll come back
Salamat
before
sa
you know it.
pagtambay, says Doris
The gift that keeps
Magmasid.
you thinking. Rush on the EIB Network. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
Sarap
Folks,
matulog.
last chance for the Chamonix Christmas and Holiday Sale. Time's running out on Chamonix's best promotion of the year. Imagine that double chin and turkey neck gone with the famous Genucel Breakthrough Jawline Treatment with MDL technology. From now till Christmas, get the classic Genucel for eye bags and puffiness absolutely free. Plus, Genucel's immediate effects for results in 12 hours. My wife Charla loves Chamonix. She uses her Genucel every day. Look 10, 15, even 20 years younger right before your eyes, guaranteed, or 100% of your money back. But your order today is even more special. Chamonix is partnered with Women Rising to give the same exact package you get to a woman seeking support and assistance from domestic violence. Call 800-822-5941 or go to Genucel.com. Your order today includes Genucel XV anti-wrinkle treatment and will be upgraded to priority shipping for free. Order now and get a surprise gift just for ordering today. Order now, 800-822-5941, 800-822-5941 or Genucel.com, Genucel.com.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose,
Mr.
treat, cure, or
Everything.
prevent any disease.
Or
Introducing the anti-aging breakthrough of the century, Telos 95, a revolutionary telomere supplement proven to lower human cellular age by 7 years on average and lengthen telomeres by an astounding 80%. As we age, we lose telomere length, and that's a big part of what causes us to look older and why we feel the effects of aging. Telos 95 stops the clock of aging with one simple 95 milligram capsule daily. Telos 95
In 1,000 feet, turn left onto Sam's Crossing.
Want a free 30-count bottle to sample? Log on to longevitybynature.biz and enter coupon code TELOS95. Get a free 30-count bottle today at longevitybynature.biz. Enter coupon code TELOS95 and roll back the aging
Turn left onto
process
Sam's
today.
Crossing.
The fountain of youth can be found at longevitybynature.biz by entering coupon code TELOS95, spelled TELOS 95.
This Christmas, there was a great need in Georgia. And once again, you came through with a generous heart.
You and WSB's Clark Howard fulfilled the wish list of every child in foster care in Georgia during this year's Clark's Christmas Kid.
We did it as a community. We get better as a community. And I'm grateful and thankful to all of you who participated.
Hello, Doris.
This is what holiday cheer and
Anong
Christmas
gawa mo
spirit is
ngayon?
all about.
Your kindness, your love, filling the hearts of those deserving kids on Christmas morning.
Thank you very much for being such a generous soul.
148 in the Cool Lake area, WSB 24-hour traffic center. That trouble on 85 northbound at Highway 317, exit 111, has been pushed off to the right. It was in a couple of left lanes, so there's still some delays back towards Sugarloaf Parkway. And downtown is just sluggish, northbound University up to the Grady Curve, southbound getting past 17th Street. This report brought to you by the T.J. Martell Foundation. The T.J. Martell Foundation. Music's promise for a cure. To learn more, visit tjmartell.org. That's tjmartell.org. David Hubbard, 95.5 WSB.
Not many of you watch CNN anymore, and understandably so. CNN's working on
In 600 feet, turn right onto East Ponce de Leon Avenue.
Called a revised Christmas Carol.
This Christmas,
turn right onto East Ponce de Leon Avenue.
Classic remake of A Christmas Carol with Joe Biden typecast as Ebenezer Scrooge, an old man so obsessed with money that he's
Train, there's a train over there. Train.
I know my son Hunter, and you should hire him.
Richard Nixon as the ghost of impeachment's past.
Using the FBI and the CIA to screw over your political opponent? I wish I had thought of that.
Nancy Pelosi as the ghost of impeachment's present.
Yes, he's guilty of
Introducing
Continue on East Ponce de Leon Avenue for 3/4 of a mile.
Adorable Tiny Tim.
How dare you celebrate Christmas? How dare you?
Catch the new progressive remake that's sure to put you in the mood to celebrate the end of A Christmas Carol. Only on CNN.
Our spies are everywhere. We know what they're doing even before they do. Independence, Missouri. Up next, this is Mark. It's great to be with you, sir. Hello.
Hey, thanks, Rush. Merry Christmas. An open line Monday question for you, not directly related to Democrat madness. Great talking to the young people, even if it was only 8 minutes. A lot of great advice on the greatness of the country. Do you have any advice for them and maybe all of us on success? I remember a couple years back you said very few in the radio business asked you about being a success in that business. I was astounded. I proudly ask you for advice for success, not necessarily in the radio business, but in life and in taking advantage of our great country as this year approaches. And I'm sure many young people would like to hear your advice as well.
Okay, I'll give this a shot. I have said over the years that there haven't been, by comparison, remember when I was a young teenager? Well, I wanted to do radio since I was 8, so when I would run into anybody who was in it, I just asked them question after question after question. I asked so many questions. One guy said, you know, it sounds to me like you're more interested in how to do it than actually doing it. I said, what do you mean? Well, at some point, you got to stop asking questions and start doing things. And I said, well, I'm not old enough to start doing things. I'm not old enough to get hired yet. Well, yes, you are if you really want to, but at some point, you got to stop asking and you got to start doing. You can't learn everything about doing something just by asking about it. Which I knew, it was still some relevant.
In 800 feet,
advice.
Turn left at Laredo Drive.
Probably from somebody who was tired of all my questions. But I have noticed that I've gotten much less of that.
Turn left at Laredo Drive.
I sought myself. And you know, I ask people in TV because it interests me. I'll talk to veterans at Fox. How many of these young people that you've hired have come to you and sought your advice about how to advance or how to do television, how to do
In 800 feet, your destination will be on the right.
People to say none. They all show up thinking they know everything. If they've been hired, they think they know everything, and they don't need any advice. That's just a casual observation. I don't mean anything substantive by it. I guess just cultural differences. I think, and if there's one thing about successful people that they all have in common, is that they love it. Whatever it is, it's their passion. It's their number one passion. It's the thing they love the most. Unfortunately, for a lot of people, the thing they love the most is their hobby, something they don't get paid for. But the next thing to do is to realize that you live in a place
Your destination is on the right.
with boundless opportunity. Don't listen to the noise. Don't listen to the pessimists. Do not seek advice from people who failed at what you want to do, because they're everywhere, and they don't want to be alone. I can't tell you the number of people who tried to talk me out of it. vicious. It'll eat you up and spit you out. The chances are so slim, it's just a road to misery. And I decided after a while not to listen to those people. And then I decided after a while not to even talk to them. I was only going to find people who had succeeded and try to learn from them.
Too many people, no
Now then, there are
parking.
basics. I don't care what it is that you want to do. You have to have a well-rounded knowledge and, more importantly, the ability to demonstrate that you have it. You have to be able to, this is not just broadcasting or radio. You have to be able to communicate what you know. You have to do things that are going to inspire confidence in yourself. You have to really like yourself to be confident, and it is confidence that will open up opportunity to you. It is confidence that will allow you to...
Okay, Doris, let's go. Too many people, you know. Can't believe it. mango yan, oy. Bawal yung camera dito pero nag-video-video pa rin ako. Hanggat sitahin ako. Oh. Three, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Manood ka na lang, oh boy. Ang daming mamimili kasi mag-Christmas at saka New Year. Persimmons. Doris na pagmasid. Yan o, flowers for you. Banana muffins. Which one is no egg? I'm looking for a banana bread. Wala yata eh. Egg dairy free. Banana egg dairy free. $4.49. Pineapple. Sorry. ko. Magawa ng food. Mahal ng coconut. Dalawa lang ito. Grapefruit. Dito tayo sa Pomelo. 269. Baka malata yung ano. Oh. Sana okay yung klase mo. Pomelo na to. Gamon. Nahirapan ako nito magbayad sa daming tao.
Okay, I am. That's all I do is watch stuff.
Green. Excuse me. Let's see. Let's see for soy sauce. Let's see, mayonnaise. There's some mayonnaise. Some sauce. Onion. Oil. Okay, here's the soy sauce. Maybe 6 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Some lemon juice.
That's gonna have to be my second grocery store I go to.
Olive oil. Okay. Gonna tayo sa salt.
Yes, sir.
Okay, hanggang dito na lang muna ang aking LS. See you next time.